Sairam. The age 18 is considered as a milestone in everybody's life because that is when you make the transition from being a child to being an adult. In fact, in many countries across the world, age 18 is considered the legal age for you to be considered as an adult. However, like all changes and transitions, this change and transition also brings so many worries, so many uncertainties, and it is often a very tempestuous and tumultuous period in one's life. This is because you are no longer a child anymore. And even as you hear this, you would have already heard it 1,000 times from 1,000 different adults by the time you have reached 18. But then you do not have the maturity and experience of an adult to actually behave responsibly like an adult. So it is back to that problem wherein you cannot learn swimming without diving into the water, but then you cannot dive into the water before knowing swimming. What do? Well, just like in swimming, you are forced to dive into the water. Here too, you have no choice. As you complete 17, you have to move into 18 and you have to get into adulthood. Here is something that will help as we make this transition, as we make any other transition in life too. And that is to have Swami by the side. Not ahead of us where we can't keep up with him. Not behind us where we may take a path that he doesn't like, but beside us as a friend. This is a very special experience that my father had, and this happened when he turned 18. Changing from 17 to 18, Swami gave him the greatest gift, a silver ring. No, I'm kidding. The silver ring was just one of the gifts he gave. The greatest gift is something that is so beautiful that we should listen to it in his own words.
In 1970 May date I exactly don't remember, around 20 or 22nd I think, there was a function in Puttaparthi, not Whitefield. There was a thread ceremony, private thread ceremony. They had invited us. Then I was in my final year BSc, that is Bachelor of Science, I was studying. So the examinations were going on. So meanwhile we went to Whitefield. Swami that day called both my brother and myself for an interview. And we were waiting outside then there was a bungalow in Whitefield, not this old bungalow was there.
Yeah.
And we were waiting, and when he went inside.
Did you take your cameras in with you?
Then we did not take camera.
Okay.
We just went for the interview, and in the interview, Swami spoke to my brother, how are you? Fine, everything is over. And then he asked, how is this boy? He told, Swami knows better. Knows better. Yes. You attended some examination, you have not done well. That was the physics practicals.
Really? Was he speaking to you or your brother?
To me.
Okay.
That final year.
So he told you didn't do well?
You did not do well. You don't worry, you will pass in that subject. Because that one experiment which had come, because of the laboratory conditions, I could not get the correct value.
So he was right, you didn't do well.
I didn't do well. So you don't worry. There is one more examination next week. Yes, Swami, that is chemistry practicals. Okay, you do well in that. I will give you something, will you keep it? Yes, Swami, I told. See how much he is after that thing, he wants that. He materialized, and this was the ring he produced.
Let me see that.
This was in May 22nd, 1970.
Hold it steady.
Steady at one place.
It was
many years.
Materialized in 1970, no? Now 2012, 42 years ago. And at that time, this was an adjustable ring. This was not like this. There was a break here. You can adjust. Adjust means pressing.
Yes.
Then next day that function was there. So myself and my brother, we went there, and I was having a camera without flash. I was just sitting in front of Swami, almost this distance. He was looking at me, and when I focused at him and wanted to take a photo, he smiled. I was so happy and clicked it. And he's telling, there is no flash. So it was a blank. Then after some time, suddenly he told, you want to take my photograph? Yes, Swami. Okay. After this function, you come with me. He told.
And where did you go?
That after that function, I started following him. When I was following him, my brother was behind. So Swami and myself, when we reached one particular room, some devotees came there. And Swami stood there and talking to them. Suddenly he looked at me and he told, you are still standing here, huh? Okay. Don't come with me because so many other people are there. They should not see you. You do one thing. You go out and come put front of the bungalow and came to the portico like that. Yes, Swami. I immediately went. I was having no cam, nothing was with me. Just like that I walked. When I came to the near the interview room, I could hear a sound. Somebody opening the door. So the door was opened. Swami is standing there. Come inside. He called me. And when I went inside, he closed the door and he switched on the fan, he switched on the light, and he looked bolted, and he looked at me. He was staring at me. Then he took my hand. How is this ring? Nice, Swami. He did like this. You do that exam very well next week, okay? Then he told. What do you feel? Nothing, Swami. I am feeling so happy. See, so many thousands of people are waiting there for my darshan. I have called you only for the interview.
Oh, my goodness.
You are the only person I have called today. And he hugged me tightly. I was chanting because this mantra I had given, no? I was chanting Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram, Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram. He started kissing me all my forehead and cheeks and everything. Suddenly stared at my eyes and asked me, are you afraid? No, Swami. Are you scared? No, Swami. You should be like that. Then I had lots of hair. Since that hair all got ruffled, no? He combed me with his hand. He partitioned everything, he did like this.
Oh, how sweet. How sweet.
Then he told me, you want to take my photo? Swami, camera and flash is with my brother. Okay, anyway, you come. You come near that mango grove, he told me. Behind the bungalow there was a mango grove, and I went there. And my brother was standing with this one. I asked him, come, give me the camera.
Make sure there's a bulb in it.
Then, those days you used to use that 12 pictures film roll, no?
Right.
It was, black and white. And he came. See, there he is bringing an escort. Raja Reddy was an escort to Swami. He came, stood and posed for 2 photos. Are you happy? He asked me. Yes, Swami. Then go. Have food, enjoy, and everything will be okay. He blessed me and sent. That was the major interview. Then immediately after the graduation, I got job. And
whenever my father tells this, what I feel is the speciality about Swami is at a point in everybody's life, he has made each person feel that Swami has come down only for me.
Yes.
That kind of omni felicity that he has got, in making everybody feel the same thing. For me, I feel Swami came down on the earth for my sake. My father feels Swami came down on the earth for my sake. 1 million people in the globe feel Swami came down for my sake. And that I feel is the speciality of Swami. Everybody to feel that. Dear brothers and sisters, it is said that the only changeless constant in the universe is change. Change is happening every moment. And the only way we can be successful in facing these changes and adapting to these changes is to hold on to the other changeless constant in the universe. That is our beloved Bhagwan. We need him not just for the transition into adulthood at the age of 18, but we need him for every little change in our life. Having got him, let us hold on to him. Dear Swami, may the love that we have in our hearts for you keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.